Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Coaster News. And as always, we've got some amazing news from different theme parks, rides, attractions and events all over the world. So let's get straight into the news today. Our top story for tonight, Mission Ferrari at Ferrari World in the United Arab Emirates has officially opened. And we, theme park enthusiasts all around the world, have been waiting for this day for many years now. I believe we've been waiting for this ride to open for about 7 years. It's been a long time in the making of this ride. If you don't know what I'm talking about, basically, Mission Ferrari is a brand new roller coaster that's opened at Ferrari World in the UAE in the Middle East. It is I think it's the world's first dynamic attractions SFX coaster. And if you don't know what a SFX coaster is, it's basically a roller coaster design. I spoke about this partially in my Project Horizon video I did a few weeks ago. Basically, an SFX coaster is a roller coaster designed by Dynamic Attractions that's capable of many different high-tech track elements, including like side slides, which is like a sideways roller coaster drop, turntables, tilt tracks, drop tracks, all kinds of highly advanced roller coaster elements for an immersive experience. And the first one has opened yesterday at the time of recording. That's Ferrari World in United Arab Emirates, and it is like heavily advanced ride. And what's weird about it, it's a launch coaster as well, so it contains 5 launches, I believe, and has 2 inversions, and has all kinds of weird elements, including a drop track and a tilt track and a side slide, and I think a turntable as well. But it's only on 1,700 feet of track. So how they've done all this, I have no idea. Unless they've got some multi-pass launches. But according to RCDB, these 5 launches are all individual launches, so none of them are multi-pass. So like, a multi-pass launch is basically one like launch section that can be traveller one multiple times. So like, Icebreaker and Pantheon at the SeaWorld parks, they have a multi-pass launch. Technically they only have 2 sections of launch track, but the second one, well actually no, Icebreaker only has 1 launch track, but because it can go forwards and backwards on that section, it actually travels for that launch. It technically launches 4 times. Same with Pantheon, that has 2 launch sections. The first one is a normal launch, and the second one is a multi-pass launch. It technically launches for that 3 times, so that one also has 4 launches. But no, I don't think Mission Ferrari has that. I'm pretty sure it literally has 5 individual launches. So unless they're incredibly small, like launch booster type launches, I do not know. But this ride looks absolutely mental. And they've actually kept it hidden secret since it was being built. It's been being built since like 2015-16 season. And obviously, because it's the world's first and it's highly advanced, it's run into loads of major technical issues over the years that's kept it from opening. Plus, COVID obviously hit the world in 2020, and that would have caused even more delays with like the construction and whatnot. So it's been very problematic trying to get it to open. But thankfully, they've actually worked out all the problems and the mechanical issues with the ride and the technical issues. It was actually spotted testing last year. Bear in mind this is a year ago. And obviously it's now open. It's officially open to the public. It's a highly advanced roller coaster, but they've just kept it secret for so many years. Like, it's an all indoor roller coaster, apart from the one section that's been visible all these years, where it's an airtime hill that takes like a left turn into a corkscrew and then goes straight back into the building. It basically comes out of the building and back in. Bear in mind, it's actually like a building within a building, because obviously Ferrari World is an indoor theme park. But it's all hidden away apart from that one airtime hill and the corkscrew, which is obviously one of 2 inversions, so the other inversion must be inside. But it's an absolutely fantastic, it looks fantastic. It looks like one of the most immersive roller coasters in the entire world. At the time of recording, I don't think there are any videos of it online, at least like none of like the actual inside of the ride or anything. However, it looks absolutely fantastic. It's only been open for a day, so I'd give it a few weeks for a POV to be fully released. It looks an absolutely fantastic ride. It's not just actually the ride system, it's also like loads of heavy theming as well. So that's brilliant, and it looks an absolutely fantastic ride. In other news today, and this is some very sad news from the UK theme park industry. I think you might know where this is all going. Lightwater Valley have officially confirmed that the Ultimate is going to be removed. And obviously this is absolutely devastating for many UK theme park fans, particularly Lightwater Valley enthusiasts who have been on this ride, this absolutely iconic roller coaster. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, basically, the Ultimate is a roller coaster located at Lightwater Valley, or as it's known now, Lightwater Valley Family Adventure Park in North Yorkshire, England. It was built by British Rail. It was actually built partially by, I think, Big Country Motioneering and partly by British Rail. So it wasn't really built by any coaster manufacturer. It was partly built by British Rail, which literally meant it was built by the same company that builds all the train lines that travel across the country. So it was probably their first roller coaster ever, and so far their only one, I believe. And obviously, Lightwater Valley, it opened back in 1991, the Ultimate, and it was a huge success. When it first opened, it was actually the world's longest roller coaster. Now, obviously, that is insane. And this ride is a really iconic roller coaster. It's been thrilling riders since 1991. It operated, well, I say smoothly, but it's actually quite a rough roller coaster. It's 7,000 feet long, the ride. Obviously, people have been on it said it's rough. But I imagine it was even worse when it first opened. Because did you know, when the Ultimate first opened, it had, obviously, for most of its life, it had lap bars. Because it didn't go upside down, and it didn't need, at the time, lap bars weren't a thing on inverting roller coasters. It didn't go upside down, so it could have lap bars. But did you know when it first opened, it had shoulder restraints, which probably made the ride experience a lot worse than it already was. But despite that, it became an absolutely iconic roller coaster and the standout attraction for Lightwater Valley up until 2019, which was its last operating season. And in 2020, obviously when lockdown hit, the ride was closed, that and Raptor Attack, for the entirety of the 2020 season when theme parks reopened. And obviously, it's been closed since, mainly because of financial issues trying to get back the ride. It's partly because of the cost it would cost to actually bring the ride back up to safety standards to operate again. It's been closed for that long, and the fact that Lightwater Valley are reimagining themselves to be a more of a kid-friendly theme park for under 12-year-old children, which means that they're basically going to phase out all of their big thrill rides. They've done that with everything else. More prominently, Raptor Attack, which was their indoor Schwarzkopf roller coaster, has been relocated to Texas. Obviously, that's been closed for some time, and it was officially confirmed the other day that Lightwater Valley have no plans to reopen the ride and are going to remove it. It's absolutely devastating for theme park enthusiasts. But obviously, Lightwater Valley themselves said they gave their reasons as to why they actually spent a great amount of time considering the future of this ride, and because it doesn't really have a place in their target audience lineup for, like I said, under 12s, they've taken the decision to remove it permanently, which is absolutely devastating. I'm not sure if anything's going to be built there because Lightwater Valley, they're obviously it's quite a huge area, but I don't think anything is going to go there. It's absolutely devastating. Also in the news today, and we've got some more happy news to obviously lift spirits up from the devastating news we just heard about the Ultimate. Basically, Walt Disney World have finally announced that Tron Lightcycle Run will officially open on the 4th of April 2023. And obviously this is fantastic news for Walt Disney World, specifically Magic Kingdom theme parks. This is where the ride's being built. Is where it's open. And basically, if you know what I'm talking about, Tron Lightcycle Run is a Vekoma booster bike roller coaster located at Magic Kingdom in Walt Disney World Resort in Orlando, Florida. It is a clone of Tron Lightcycle Power Run, which is located at Shanghai Disneyland in China. It's a near clone of that. Obviously, there might be like a few. There's a few differences. Obviously, being a name without the word power in it in the name Tron Lightcycle Run. Plus, the sponsorships as well, because the one in Shanghai, I believe, was sponsored by Chevrolet, I think, and this new one, the building, is sponsored by Enterprise Rent-A-Car, which is very strange, but I guess it makes sense because obviously cars and motorbikes. But anyway, it's heavily themed, right? Obviously themed to the 2010 film Tron Legacy, which is a remake of the original Tron film from the 80s, and people who have ridden the version of it in China say it's absolutely fantastic and is one of the best roller coasters out there that you'll ever see. And Disney announced they were building a clone of this ride at Magic Kingdom in 2017, and it was planned to open in 2021 for the 50th anniversary celebrations. Obviously, with COVID and all that, that's just been delayed year after year. It was supposed to open in 2021 for the 50th anniversary celebrations, but that didn't happen, and it's been kind of like sort of hit and miss with the opening. But now Disney have officially confirmed that it's going to be opening finally on the 4th of April 2023. And I just cannot wait for this ride to officially open at the resort. It's been like 6 years it was announced. It's been under construction for 5 years now. That is insane to think. I remember when it first went vertical. Wow, that is insane. Anyway, this ride is going to open in April and I cannot wait for it. And finally in the news today, the first ride parts for Project Exodus have officially arrived in a top secret location at Thorpe Park. And this is an absolutely huge, huge milestone for the Thorpe Park Resort and Project Exodus. If you don't know what I am talking about, basically, Project Exodus is a brand new roller coaster that is scheduled to open at Thorpe Park in 2024. It is rumoured to be manufactured by Mack Rides, and it is going, upon opening, Thorpe Park has stated it will be the UK's tallest roller coaster at the height of 236 feet tall. That is insane compared to like the current tallest coaster in the UK, the big one at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. That's only 213 foot tall. So it's going to be like an extra 23 feet taller. That is insane. Yeah, it's going to be a massive ride. Obviously, all of last year had some like planning issues with like the Environmental Agency and Natural England, but towards the end of the year, those plans got approved, and it is now currently they're basically just clearing out the entire land of Old Town because that's where it's being built. It's mainly all behind and next to Solar Ride, but however, they're also having to demolish the little kids area with Rocky Express, Lumber Jump, and Timber Tugboat. All those rides have been moved to different locations. And also Creek Fleet Mascot, that's been completely flattened, that's whole site. And now the first ride parts have actually officially arrived for it. And these ride parts, they're only like support column pins that basically hold the support columns of the ride to the concrete footers. It's only like, it's not like any track or anything like that, but it's still insane that we could be seeing vertical construction soon. Obviously, there's been a lot of excavation work going on at Thorpe Park in Old Town. So I wouldn't be surprised if in the next couple of months we see vertical construction. And that is absolutely insane. I cannot wait for this ride to open. It's going to be UK's tallest roller coaster. And that is it for this week's episode of Coaster News. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, then please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment if you'd like to see in the next video. Bye!